it's Danielle Iwata. Welcome back to my channel. I have to be honest about this video. I have a lot of videos planned, but this video absolutely was not. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Coronavirus, COVID-19. Should I call it coronavirus or COVID-19? Which one makes me seem cooler? Honestly, it's very saturated. The information out there, we can't get away from talking about it. For me and my family, we're here in Peru, and we are under strict lockdown, martial law basically. We're not allowed to go out for anything aside from food or medicine. If they find that you're leaving your home for any other reason, they will arrest you. And they've also segregated it here that men and women can't go out on the same days. So the men can go out on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and the women on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and nobody can go out on Sundays. I am grateful that the government in Peru is being so strict because honestly, the medical system here is not really capable of handling a full-blown pandemic, so I appreciate the prevention that they're doing here. It's interesting to hear the measures that each country is taking to protect ourselves. It's scary, it's unprecedented, but I did want to mention how it's so nice to see that humanity stepping up and coming together as families, as communities to work together. And I know a lot of us are practicing social distancing, but can we just talk about that for a second? Social distancing, I like to call it not social distancing, but physical distancing. Physically, we keep our distance, we're apart, but to be honest, socially, I feel like we are more connected than ever before with our family members. I mean, we've never been closer. When else have we ever had so much time to connect? And so I say, let's stop calling it social distancing. Physically distancing, yeah, but socially, it's a really nice time to connect with your family Zoom workouts. Did you know that Zoom karaoke, that's a thing? So we're finding out all these things that you can do. So socially, I do feel like it's a nice opportunity to reconnect. Calling, FaceTiming, letting them know how much you love them. In normal day-to-day life, I don't necessarily have that kind of time, or I don't make that kind of time to do this. So I say let's call it physical distancing, because socially, I think we can use this opportunity to connect better. Personally speaking, I've been having a hard time handling this quarantine and processing it mentally. I mean, when they first announced it, I'm like, I've got this. I'm gonna be so productive, I'm gonna get so much done. But then about a week or two into the quarantine, I was having a hard time. I was just in a really bad place mentally, and it was bad. But as a result of that, I was able to pause, take a step back, cry it out a bit. It's okay to cry. It's okay to be in a funk. Sometimes we need to stop and take a rest and figure out what the issue is so that we are able to fix it and figure out some steps to take to be able to survive this, not just physically, but mentally. As many of you know, I'm an online ESL teacher, and a lot of us work remote. And so now we're working remotely and we're isolating ourselves. And I wanted to share with you things that have been helping me, and please take it with a grain of salt. I'll be outlining this, but maybe I need to take my own advice. I'm not doing this perfectly, but I wanted to share with you what's been working for me. Now, if you're here, I'd like for you to comment below in the comments what has been working for you. How have you been dealing with this situation that's happening? We're in this together. I know many of us, including myself, might have a struggle with keeping your mind in a good mental state and also anxiety. So I wanted to share with you guys things that have been working for me, 5 different things. The first thing that I really, really suggest is make some kind of a routine, some kind of a schedule. Now, let me explain. And when I say make a routine, I'm not saying it has to be jam-packed, but make some kind of a schedule. Do something that when you wake up, it switches you from, okay, I'm just lounging around, to, okay, I'm up. And this does not have to be a full change of clothes or being very exquisitely dressed. It could be something simple like brush your teeth, brush your hair, put some lipstick on, and that kind of helps you adjust your mental state. It could even be changing from your night pajamas to your day pajamas. We're all home, so we want to be comfortable. Change out from your pajamas, even if it's just changing into another set of pajamas, and that's your day pajamas, and that will be your uniform for the day. Doing that will really help your mind switch into like, okay, I'm up, this is my routine. get up. I'm not saying get up early. If you want to sleep in, that could be your thing. That could be your plan. If you work better as a night owl, your plan could be to get up at 10 and go to bed at midnight. But make some kind of a plan. Even if your day is, okay, you know what, today I'm going to binge watch XYZ show. There's a lot of good shows coming out on Netflix and Hulu, and that's perfectly fine. Myself, I felt like, oh, I must be super productive and I'm going to get all this stuff done under these circumstances. But we have to remember, this is unprecedented times. We're not really prepared to deal with this kind of a circumstance. So you do you. You do what works for you. That's fine. And this goes into my point number 2, lists. This is my holy grail. This is my book. It's on my desk. The first thing I do in the mornings or right before bed, I make a list of roughly what I want to get done the next day or the current day. And this is a lifesaver. I'm not saying that this has to be, all these projects. I literally put make breakfast, take a walk, do a stretch, get outside in the sun for 10 minutes. So then when I'm finished with the end of my day or throughout my day, check, I can check those off. And that is so satisfying. I suggest making a list and also writing out what time roughly you're going to do these things. Schedule breaks in there. Yep, did my break. And that will help you feel accomplished and give you a sense of accomplishment and keep you focused and on track mentally. I do get a lot of things done in the day, but sometimes I feel, oh, I haven't accomplished anything in the day. But when you make that physically, it's a physical reminder that no, you got it. You did it. You did good today. My point number 3, a lot of us are working from home now or working remotely. So wherever it is that your workspace will be, I suggest that you make a workspace. Make a space for you. That way it will make it something that you look forward to. Maybe you don't have an office. It could be just your living room table. Put something there that makes it cozy or homey, that makes you look forward to, okay, I'm gonna go get some work done here. Working remotely, we romanticize it. Oh, I'm gonna work in my bed in my pajamas. No, that's not a good idea. Make your workspace so that it's your designated spot for working. For me personally, in my office, I'll show you. I have my candle. This is from Anthropology, my favorite store. I love this smell, but the candle itself is a little bit expensive. I will light it and then I'll blow it out just so the aroma comes. Essential oils are really great. Peppermint essential oil, I put it in my diffuser and it just really sets the vibe, gets my mind into, okay, work. Anything that you like or makes you stimulated, invigorated, and happy. So even though you're at home, you can feel that you have something that you look forward to. It's not just, okay, I'm home. This is my office now. My point number 4 is take care of your mind. A lot of times we worry about our body and physically, but also mentally. What are you feeding yourself? Right now, there's an abundance of information and news stories and horrifying, alarming videos, stories that you could just be reading for hours and hours and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. What are you feeding your mind? Is this helping you? I really recommend that you limit your news content. Just get the essentials that you need to be informed, but limit your content. Frankly, all news stories or news programs, they also have an angle. So you want to always take those things with a grain of salt and not just eat it down. This includes news from your family, group texts, Facebook groups, things like that. You don't have to read it all. Of course, well-meaning family and friends will send you this, that. You don't have to read it all. Just step back. Remove yourself from that situation because you have to take care of your health mentally. While we can't control what people send us or do, we can control what we're going to eat mentally. If that's getting overwhelming for you, just remove yourself from the situation, and that will really help you to be more stable emotionally and mentally. Another thing is take breathers. Again, I thought that, we're going to be, so productive. I'm going to get all this stuff done. And yes, my goal is still to be productive, but the fact that we're at home doesn't mean we have to work extra. And what's more, with the situation, we are mentally more stressed out. Purposefully, on purpose, take breathers. This could be just going for a walk, stretching, doing yoga, walk around your apartment. We have an apartment here, which is nice and spacious, thankfully, but we also have a rooftop. Sometimes I will go just on the roof and I'll do exercise on the roof. My neighbors will watch. But just getting out of your environment, have a dance party. An impromptu dance party that release your endorphins and something different that will help your mind take a breather. Nap. Schedule naps in. Take a nap. We can. Do it. Not in excess, but that's great. Take advantage of this opportunity to take breathers and do things that you otherwise maybe wouldn't have a chance to. And my last point number 5, that's probably kind of a given, is take care of yourself physically. Try to get some movement in. It makes a world of difference. Remember at the beginning of the video, I was saying how one day I was having not a panic attack, but just really bad place mentally. I did a workout from YouTube. After that, it was just like a shift. I felt so much better. Before, I felt so overwhelmed, and after working out, it was just a complete mind and perspective change. Usually I prefer to go to a gym, and of course now that's not an option. There's so much free content. There are so many YouTube workouts. I personally like Pop Sugar and Fitness Blender. They have a variety of workouts that you can do. 20 minutes, 40 minutes, half an hour, Pilates, full body, cardio, Tabata, Zumba, all of these things, and it's on YouTube for free. Do it. It's something different. You're going to feel so much better. And it doesn't have to be an intense exercise workout program. Just get some movement in. You're going to feel so much better. Make sure you get enough rest. Each body has their own requirement of how much sleep they need, and you must know that about your body. So continue getting enough rest. If that means you're going to bed later, then get up later. That's fine. But make sure you get your rest, because I don't know about you guys, but when I don't get my rest, I get weepy, I get emotional, and things that are relatively small feel unbearable to me. With your food, each person has their own dietary preference and restrictions, but be sure to watch your snacks. I know for me being home, it's like, and I'm always like going back and forth to the fridge. I try to be mindful of what I'm snacking, trying to eat foods that will feed my body in the right way and help me to continue to feel mentally and physically well. Be prepared what snacks would be good, like fruits, berries, nuts. And so I make sure to purchase those so I have them on hand, so when I'm hangry, I can reach for that instead of the other delicious things. And I'm really enjoying having some more time to cook. Recently, I've gone to a plant-based diet, so I've been learning to make a really nice curries with some chickpeas and lentils, and I'm having a good old time experimenting with recipes. So try that too. Find some healthy recipes that you want to make and go for it. Of course, as everyone knows, really be courteous with others. Wash your hands. Practice physical distancing. Try to wash our hands as soon as we come in the door. Sanitize our cell phones that we've had like on the outside and the doorknobs. Try to remember the things I've touched and sanitize them. I hope this video was helpful. I really wanted to talk about this subject and just get it out there. And I wanted to share some positive things about this situation. In life, there's so many things that we can't control. It's out of our control. This situation is out of our control, but there are things that are in our control. So I wanted to share with you guys things that we can do in our control to be more positive, improve our mental state, our physical state, and get through this together. I'm confident this will pass. We're gonna get through it together, but while we're in it, I just wanted to let you know that I'm thinking about you guys. And I say, hey, let's enjoy what we can of the situation. When next will you have... mic fell off. I'm getting really intense. When next will you have this time with your family? So much time with your children. If you're a mom, I'm sure your kids grow in the snap of an eye. So this is unprecedented times, but cherish it. Enjoy it. I personally am really grateful that I'm able to continue working online. It's something that's positive for me. I've been able to open a couple more hours. I've been working more with VIPKID. I got certified for level 7, which means a more advanced level. And I remember after teaching him, he just said, His name is Jack. He was like, "Thank you, teacher. I just want to let you know, before you would say to me, be careful in China, but now we are better, and I want to tell you to be careful." After that lesson, I closed my computer and I just tears welled in my eyes. I'm able to have this job, and also it was able to be something positive, have this connection with humanity in this situation. So please take care of yourselves, take care of your family, tell them you love them. We're going to get through this. Sending lots of love to you and your family, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!